Everyone, and thank you. Great to be here. And I think you're going to hear some great plans from Allison because even though it's a very challenging time, it's very exciting. So this is Allison Metcalf, Executive Vice President, North America, Australia, and New Zealand with Tourism Ireland. Great territories.
All long-haul, high-spending, English-speaking markets.
That's the way to go. So tourism, tough 2 years, and it's on the road to recovery, but we know there's many challenges, and they seem to pop up when you least expect it. So we're going to talk about how competitiveness and sustainability live at the heart of recovery. So Allison, so every country now is trying to restart tourism,
That's right.
and they're spending millions of dollars and euros, whatever their currency. So the key is to stand out. So big picture, what are some of the things Tourism Ireland is doing in the form of strategy and investment to keep the island of Ireland competitive?
Well, thank you for the invitation. And first of all, has anybody here not been to Belfast? Because I just detect so much positive energy here. So yes, it's very competitive. We've obviously had a very challenging time, but it's probably worth just pointing out, we at Tourism Ireland do the international marketing, so we're investing in the marketing, but we work very closely in partnership with Tourism Northern Ireland, with Bord Fáilte in the Republic of Ireland on the capital investment side. So we create the demand and they satisfy it. So they're the guys that are investing in those experiences. So it is competitive. The whole world is out there. And for the last 2 years, we've been literally keeping the lights on, keeping people inspired about future travel. And 2022 now is all about restart. It's all about driving that conversion from what we know is really significant pent-up demand. So there's 4 things we're really focused on. The first thing is sustained international marketing investment. And thanks to great government support, we're investing 50% more in our marketing here in the US, and we are doing the same thing in other key markets around the world. So it's important that we deliver cut-through, and we want to get across that message that Ireland offers unique and compelling experiences. That's really important. We need to demonstrate that we can offer something that you can only find in Ireland. We need to stay very close to our consumer. We need to understand where our best prospects lie. So we do a lot of consumer research, and we know that people are looking to spend quality time with friends and family in familiar but also exciting destinations, and we feel that Ireland really, and Northern Ireland fits the bill there. The other point that is really, really important for us strategically is we've really kept a strong focus on air access. Obviously, with COVID, pretty much all the flights disappeared, as you know. So if we're going to be successful in driving recovery, we need to make sure we have strong restoration of air access. And I'm pleased to say that given that focus, we will see this year 13 direct flights coming back this summer. We'll have 14 by October. And I see Senator Kennedy here sitting in front of me. We still haven't got that route to Buffalo, but I think we need to continue those conversations. But pre-COVID, so having that access is really, really important. So we're working very closely with the airlines to let people know that Ireland is accessible, it's easy to get to, they can get there directly, and that's never been more important since post-COVID, and it's affordable. And the 4th element, I suppose, is continued investment in new experiences, products and experiences throughout the island of Ireland. The more we can give people to do, the more we can encourage them to linger longer in Belfast, spend more, stay longer. And I think one thing that has come out of the pandemic is that governments, cities have all realized just the importance of tourism. When the tourists disappeared, they just saw the impact that the tourists have on their local economy. So they're the 4 things we're focused on. And as I say, at the moment, we're seeing really good engagement to some of those campaigns. We've launched our biggest ever campaign, which is quite simple, and you may have seen it, and we have some outdoor billboards running around New York at the moment asking people to press the green button and book that trip to Northern Ireland, to the island of Ireland, as soon as possible.
Yes, I've seen it. It's a great campaign. So during the COVID, you really did, coming out of COVID, you're working with the largest marketing budget you've ever had.
Yeah.
Which is so important, and that is going to help you stay competitive. Again, there's other countries out there like London and some other countries that have twice, 3 times, 10 times the size. But Ireland is kind of, again, punching above its weight.
We have to punch above.
We have to do it.
We have a really strong brand, and I think thanks to groups like this who are great ambassadors for us, we have a strong brand, but we need to remind people as to why they should travel, because Everybody wants to go to Europe right now, and we want to make sure when they go to Europe, they go to Ireland, and we're reminding them that it's only less than 7 hours from New York or 6 hours from Boston. So they can be there as quickly as they can be on the West Coast, and world away in terms of the experiences, and way more braggability being in Ireland, right?
Yes. But you've also been investing domestically or nationally in the United States. You've opened some new offices, and you've done a lot of trade missions. So you really are bringing people into the country, doing a great job selling the tour operators here to get them to go to the island of Ireland and to Belfast. And you have a new office in San Francisco, which is fantastic.
And we've basically seen terrific growth over the last, pre-COVID, we welcomed 1.7 million Americans, spending about 1.6 billion. And the US market is the #1 market for the island of Ireland, north and south, in terms of just spend. US represents 27% of total revenue, represents 22% of total holidaymakers. But in terms of, the Americans like to spend more and stay longer. And as an industry, it's now supporting around 325,000 jobs on the island, 65,000 jobs in Northern Ireland, and 20,000 jobs. I'll stand to be corrected here because I have John here from City Council, but we have 20,000 jobs in Belfast within the tourism sector. So, Belfast for us obviously is a big part of the Island of Ireland sell. When Tourism Ireland was established under the Good Friday Agreement, it has two clear objectives. The first is to realize the potential of tourism for the island of Ireland, and to help Northern Ireland realize its potential. So grow business to the island and help Northern Ireland realize its potential. So with that direct access, albeit it's to Dublin and Shannon at the moment, our job is to encourage people to turn left to Belfast, to Northern Ireland, and I think we've seen some really good success over the last few years. Of that 11 million visitors that travel internationally to Ireland, about 2.2 go to Northern Ireland. So there's still work to be done, but we've seen tremendous progress. And I previously worked for Tourism Northern Ireland, so to see Belfast develop and become such a vibrant, exciting city, we are trying to get new buyers to travel to Northern Ireland. So we actually had 30 US tour operators in Belfast just at the end of March, many of them for the first time. If they can see it, they will sell it, and that is the challenge, as it is with so many products. So if we can get them there, they will sell it, they will program it, and then we will invest in their marketing with them to promote Northern Ireland.
Yeah, so we have a little clip of Belfast we're gonna show a little bit later. But let's focus on Belfast now, because there are a lot of exciting initiatives happening that Tourism Ireland's investing in and supporting, and it's going to really reignite the region. So maybe just do some highlights.
Yeah. Well, I think what we've seen in Northern Ireland is, I think Titanic obviously has been a big driver of business to Belfast, and it's great to see the continued investment into the new galleries to secure its position as a leading world-class visitor destination, and also just to see how Titanic has evolved within the down at the harbour there. I mean, you've got a huge maritime area, and I think what's interesting from the Belfast City and Region deal there is that, and other speakers have spoken about it, it's well over £1 billion being invested, but there's a huge tranche that has been allocated for tourism projects. And when I look back to sort of before 2012, Tourism Northern Ireland had identified a number of major strategic projects that would attract international visitors. And within what we're going to see over the next number of years, you're going to see the redevelopment of the Bangor waterfront, which is just down the road, obviously, from Belfast. You've got the major Belfast Stories attraction coming on stream, which is very exciting, and it's really going to tell the story of Belfast. It's going to be very interactive, very immersive. There's money going into Royal Hillsborough, again, to build out that experience. For outdoor enthusiasts who have been up on the Causeway Coast, again, the Gobbins footpath, again, very accessible from Belfast, because Belfast is the gateway to Northern Ireland. As new money going in there to enhance that experience, as well as more experiences, investment in the Mourne Mountains. So I think the great thing we're seeing at the moment, though, those are all projects for the future. But we've seen a terrific pipeline of investment. So right now we have Game of Thrones, the new studio tour, just opened in Banbridge in February. That's been a massive hook and will continue to be a massive hook. Game of Thrones, that little HBO series, has really worked wonders. We know the power of screen tourism. I think back in 2019, it attracted like 350,000 visitors. which delivered about 50 million into the economy. I know the whole production delivered a lot more, about 250 million. So that is going to be a big draw. The opening of all of the new tours in Belfast. And I think one thing that I really should call out, that Tourism Northern Ireland, working with Belfast and working with the industry right across Northern Ireland in developing the new brand for Northern Ireland, Northern Ireland Experience a Giant Spirit, creating a single kind of overarching proposition under which all businesses could develop their experiences and products and lean into some of those passion points that we know consumer have. So food tours, outdoor activity tours, really authentic experiences that allow people to get under the skin of a destination, which is what people want to do. People are looking for those immersive experiences. And there's nothing necessarily new in that. But what is new is I think there is a heightened demand. Visitors want to connect with locals, they want to connect with our landscape, they want to connect with culture. And under that new brand, which we launched in the US with the team at Tourism Northern Ireland back in 2019, 2020, about 600 new experiences have been created. So that is fantastic. And probably one final thing I should mention is the designation of UNESCO City of Music, which is really exciting. I think is really going to sort of highlight the rich musical heritage of Belfast. We are going to be working with Belfast City Council and Tourism Ireland to launch that and look at what opportunities there are to program musical experiences, bring that musical culture to visitors. And I know there is a music strategy, I think, out for consultation right now. So tons of things.
I like the music strategy. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But I think the arts as a differentiator is really what the island of Ireland has going for it. And with Northern Ireland now with the UNESCO City of Music.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
It is huge.
Fantastic.
I think it's the third city in the UK to get it. So Liverpool and Glasgow, but it's the first city on the island. So I think it's really, again, it's flagship sort of accolades like that that obviously brings with it funding and music and culture is what people want when they travel to
They want experiences.
Yeah,
but some other highlights, because we're going to be wrapping up. We have sustainability to touch on very quickly. But I think you've also got the Open coming again, golf coming in 2025 to Portrush, major golf. I'm happy to see One Young World, which is a huge conference for global young leaders going to Belfast in 2023. That's 2,000 young people from around the world will be coming to Belfast. And with that will be coming business leaders who are their mentors and coaches. So you have people like Bob Geldof. He's not a he is a business leader, and he's a rock star. But you've got Richard Branson. You've got our friend Ronan Dunn. You've got, Trudeau, politicians. All of these people descending next year. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you. And you know what? I know Davy Jones, the originator, so maybe I'll just show up. But again, quickly, we're going to show a video. Sustainability, that could be a whole panel. Again, environmentally, it's so important for the tourism business to be a part of it. And I know that all of the agencies are committed to it, to helping with climate change. They are doing a wonderful job of really helping all their operators and all their hotel people really be more efficient on a lot of different levels. On a macro level, there's a lot of strategy around economic sustainability and obviously business sustainability, which is what you need to keep the sector going. So we're kind of wrapping out. We're wrapping up. So you don't have to give me your outlook for 2023, but your outlook is going to be positive, I hope, but cautious.
No, I mean, I think 2022 is going to be a pretty good year, cautiously optimistic. There's businesses coming in. 2023, we're going to look to build back and try and get back to those, 2019 numbers as quickly as we can. I think it's, as you touched on sustainability, we just need to do it in a very sustainable way. We have forecasts out there that predict that we will exceed those numbers beyond shortly after 2025. So I think the key thing is, making sure everything's sustainable, not just from an economic perspective, but from a social and environmental perspective, and bringing communities into our strategies, I think, is going to be really important, so they can see the benefit of tourism and be part of the development piece there as well.
Yes, people, profit, planet.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, do we have a chance to show the video? Yes, we do. So we're going to show you a little taste now. We've been talking Belfast. We're going to show you a minute clip of why you should all go again to Belfast. And thank you very much.